Hello and thanks for joining us on the program Beyond 100 Days. I am Abosati Adeniraduremi. You can join the conversation on X at TVC News NG with the hashtag Beyond 100 Days. Former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, is now in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Yahaya Bello earlier today honored the invitation of the EFCC, again over alleged misappropriation of funds. A reporter reliably gathered from sources close to the EFCC that he went to the office with his lawyers this morning and not with the current governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo. This follows the Supreme Court judgment which dismissed state's case on the constitutionality of the anti-graft agency. It was also reliably gathered that the former governor drove himself in a black Hilux to the EFCC office with his lawyers. Early on the news, spokesperson of the EFCC gave some clarity on the matter.
He was cited at our premises, and the chief security officer of the commission cited him and said, "Oh, this fellow has been declared wanted." He arrested him and he took him into custody. As we are talking, he's in our custody. So an arrest can happen anywhere. It can happen in a bedroom. It can happen outside the bedroom. It can happen within the premises of an institution. But what makes an arrest is the legality, is the authority you have to put a suspect in custody. We'll present him before the court and he will be arraigned lawfully. Normally, he will be arraigned. So the fact of being tried in absentia no longer stand. We have him in our custody. We are going to present him before the court and he will be duly arraigned. We have so many charges that have been preferred against him and he's going to be presented before the court.
For more on this development, lawyer Fred Nzaka joins me on the program. Mr. Nzaka, good to have you join us today on the program. Why exactly is Yahaya Bello's case different? He was declared wanted by the EFCC since April. That's more than 7 months ago.
Well, can we say that his case is different? I do not think that the case is different. The only thing is that there has been a lot of drama between Yahaya Bello and EFCC. Just like Tom and Jerry drama, that sometimes the more you look, the less you see. Because recall that sometimes Yahaya Bello came into the office of the EFCC and he was asked to go home. And he went home, EFCC now came back again to declare him wanted. So it is that drama that makes it slightly different from the others. But in terms of issues, the core issues, I don't think there's anything different. There's an accusation against him by the anti-corruption agency, and when there is such an accusation, the accused will have his day in court. And of course, the only way to do that is to take him to court. Now he has come by himself, approached the EFCC again in a similar way that he did before. But this time around, EFCC decided to keep him in custody and say that he was arrested. The whole thing about arrest or no arrest does not change anything. The fact is that Yahaya Bello honored his invitation. He went to EFCC and then they decided to keep him in custody. They should remember that our law does not tolerate keeping him in custody beyond 48 hours without arraignment or without a lawful order of court. So we expect that within the next 48 hours, he should have his day in court. So that we'll see all the issues. He will have his defense, and the EFCC will have this prosecution. At the end of the day, we'll see how it goes.
Well, at the last hearing of the matter on the 14th of November, the EFCC had actually sought adjournment till the 27th of November, which is tomorrow, to handle this case. Now that Yahaya Bello is in detention, is in the custody of the EFCC, how do you see it pan out on the 27th of November?
Yeah, the 27th of November is tomorrow. So what it simply means is that he will be arraigned tomorrow. If the EFCC had asked for an adjournment and it was granted, and the matter will come up tomorrow, then it is expected that they will go with him to court, such that the detention will not last beyond tomorrow without the lawful order of court. If he is going to be further detained, it has to be specifically and explicitly be pronounced by the court. If not, the court may grant it bail, most likely, because whatever they accuse him of under our law is available. So it's natural that the court will grant him bail The condition to be given by the court, we don't know, is at the discretion of the court to determine the kind of condition to give him. But as for bail, he will give him bail, and if he is able to fulfill his bail condition, he will go home and be attending his matters in court from home until the matter is fully discharged. So there is nothing untoward, apart from the drama that predated this day, apart from the drama between EFCC and Yahaya Bello. They have nothing different from any other arraignment and any other charge that can be profiled against any other citizen.
But do you see his detention change the dynamics of this particular case?
Well, detention is just like holding him just for them to go to court tomorrow. I mean, it's not a permanent or perpetual detention. It's just a temporary detention so that they will no longer have a relapse to this kind of drama of, oh, we have seen him, oh, we have not seen him, oh, he came to our office, oh, he didn't happen. All those drama should come to an end, and we expect that serious issues of criminal adjudication should take place. And of course, remember that in our law, he is still considered innocent until proven otherwise. So we expect that the fundamental rights should not be breached, it should not be manhandled, it should not even be insulted as a citizen of Nigeria, because the law presumes him innocent until the agency proves his guilt. That is when the court can now hand in some sentences. So the detention does not change anything. I think it is not a temporary thing and an administrative procedure so that he will be available to be arraigned in court. Because arraignment in absentia is not as good as physical arraignment. Our laws usually and always prefer that arraignment should be physical so that the accused, the defendant, will be in court in person to take his plea. And thereafter, the court will now assume jurisdiction and then continue to try the matter. So there's nothing different from the ordinary.
All right. And when you talk about the drama, that has actually surrounded this case even from the beginning, what to take about the role of the incumbent governor, Usman Ododo, who, has in some quarters been alleged to be aiding the former governor from actually being picked up by personnel of the anti-graft agency?
Those are mere accusations. Those are mere opinions, because Yahaya Bello himself went to EFCC office. And why did they ask him to go home? So that simply means that even at that time, possibly EFCC was already with his case. And they asked him to go home, only to turn around and begin to accuse him of cat and mouse game. And they found that Yahaya Bello, that this one of the accompanied him on one or two occasions to the anti-corruption agency or to the court, does not change anything. There are some other cases where the incumbent governor would accompany the predecessor or anyone else. It doesn't stop the agency from arresting the accused, or rather from even detaining the accused and taking the accused to court. The beautiful thing is not the arrest. You see, the drama may be in the arrest, but the court issue is in adjudication. So that there will be fair trial, there will be justice done to not only the accused, justice done to the state, justice done to the society, and there will be respect of laws, fundamental rights of the citizen. Those are the core issues. The rest of the issues about arrest or not arrest ends in the theatrics, which EFCC has been known to be very good in theatrics. But I think they should be more serious with issues of court and ensure that the rights of citizens are not breached. It is very important because that is why the governors and some states went to court to even look at the foundation of EFCC, and so many people were of the opinion that EFCC has presented itself as an attack dog, as an attack tool in the hand of the federal government against the federated states, against the states. So, but be that as it may, once there is an accusation, then the accused should have his day in court. It is that impartial judge that will determine the fate of the accused. and not any other thing.
All right, then. You're talking about prosecution and adjudication now. The EFCC has actually prosecuted lots of cases involving cyber fraud, mutilation of the naira, and more. But then, why does it seem difficult to prosecute high-profile cases?
Well, I don't think it's that difficult because EFCC has also prosecuted high-profile cases. There are many of them: ex-governors, ex-chairmen of parastatals, ex-ministers, and many other high-profile cases. EFCC has prosecuted them and achieved some successes in such prosecution. And what I mean by success, to the prosecutor, success means convincing the court about the accusation and then handing down sanction or punishment or whatever measure to the accused. That is the success of the EFCC. So at any time they're successful in doing that, they add it to their number of their successful certificates. But anyone that they go and they fail, they will know that it's neither here nor there. And they have failed in some cases, they are also won in some other cases. And that is what you should do. You cannot win in all cases, neither will you fail in all the cases.
All right, then. Lawyer Fred Nziako, thank you very much for your time on the program.
Many thanks.
Well, we'll take a moment. After the break, we'll turn our attention to 16 days of activism campaign on, a